Good morning, students. Today we'll we'll start chapter number 12, organic chemistry. Before that, already we had completed chapter 1, periodic table, periodic properties and variation of properties. Chapter number 2, chemical bonding. Now, I already sent you the syllabus breakup. According to that, now we have to start organic chemistry. This chemistry is completely different from the physical chemistry and inorganic chemistry. The history of organic chemistry, do you know? Previously, the scientists, they were thinking that substance like sugar, starch, protein and acetic acid could be obtained only from the living sources like plants and animals. So they call such substance organic chemistry. And their assumption was that organic means pertaining of life, PERTAINING, pertaining of life. And they thought that the compounds derived from the living organism. And the chemistry deals with them was named organic chemistry. This is the history of organic chemistry. This is not the real definition of organic chemistry. As beside of that, compounds such as salts, blue vitriol, nitrate, sulfate, acetate, etc., which could be produced from minerals and non-living sources, were called inorganic compounds. And the chemistry deals with them was called inorganic chemistry. Since these organic compounds were obtained from nature and there was no known method on that time to prepare them in the laboratory. No. And it believed that they were the product of some vital force of nature. That means organic compound formed by plants and animals by the vital force of nature is known as the vital force theory. But vital force theory of organic compound was discarded by German chemist Friedrich Euler, maybe years 1828. And he told that organic compounds urea can be formed by an inorganic compound, ammonium cyanide. That means ammonium cyanide is an inorganic compound. And that urea can be formed by the ammonium cyanide. This is the preparation. First, Euler, whatever he had just observed, he wrote that no organic compound can be formed by inorganic compounds also. So whatever it was the assumption of organic compound cannot be prepared in the lab, cannot be synthesized, that was discarded by Euler. And cyanide, that radical formula is CNO, ammonium cyanide. Ammonium NH4 plus, cyanide CNO minus. Now compound molecular formula of ammonium cyanide, NH4CNO. NH4CNO, ammonium cyanide, inorganic compound. And he hit the organic compound and he got it organic compound. The name is urea. Urea formula is CO, capital O, carbon monoxide, CO, NH2 whole 2. Or in some of the book you can see CO NH2 into NH2. That is also right. That is also right. CO NH2 whole 2. That is urea. In 1845, second scientist Kolbe, he prepared acetic acid from its constituent element carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, in 1856, Berthelot just he synthesized methane, and methane other name is gobar gas, Mars gas, and from this place real organic chemistry started. Methane is the first compound of the organic chemistry. Now your question, sir, what is organic chemistry? What will be the definition of organic chemistry? Before that, I would like to explain you hydrocarbons. Compounds of carbon and hydrogen is known as hydrocarbons. Compound of carbon and hydrogen is known as hydrocarbons. Now, organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry in which we study of carbon compounds along with hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, halogen. Halogen means fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, halogen, and metallic cyanide, metallic carbide. That means, once more, I will give you the definition of organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry in which we study of carbon compounds along with hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, halogen, metallic carbonates, and related compounds like metal cyanides, metal carbides. Then your question will come, what is inorganic chemistry, sir? If organic chemistry, then what is inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry is the branch of chemistry in which we deal about the compound of all the elements. Compound of all the elements including carbon. And that including carbon compounds, that compound is produced from minerals and non-living sources. Minerals, and that compound forms from minerals and non-living sources. Right? Now your second part will come, sir. What is the difference between organic compounds and inorganic compounds? Definitely. Organic compounds, carbon is necessary element in every organic compound. Without carbon, organic compound is not possible. But in inorganic compound, carbon is not an essential element in inorganic compound. Can I give you example? Sulfuric acid, inorganic compound. H2SO4, carbon is there? No. Ammonia, NH3, carbon is there? No. But carbon, it may be also in inorganic compound. One mineral acid example I am giving you, carbonic acid, H2CO3. H2CO3, carbon is present in this carbonic acid. Carbon may or may not be present in inorganic compounds, but carbon must be present in organic compounds. Number 2, organic compounds generally do not dissolve in water, but inorganic compound, they generally dissolve in water. Please keep it in your mind. Generally dissolve in water. That means all the inorganic compounds are not soluble in water. Generally dissolve in water. Then you can say, sir, organic compounds do not dissolve in water. Is there any solvent for the organic compound? Yes. They dissolve. Organic compounds can dissolve in organic solvent. Organic solvent like alcohol, benzene, and chloroform. Alcohol, benzene, and chloroform. But all inorganic compounds do not dissolve in organic solvent. And I told you organic solvent name: alcohol, benzene, and chloroform. Organic compounds having low melting point and boiling point and easily decomposes on heating. Opposite of this, inorganic compounds having high melting point and boiling point and usually do not decompose on heating. Organic compounds, they are inflammable. They catch fire easily. LPG gas that is used in your kitchen. No, LPG gas. You have seen that one lighter is there. And one spark, only by one spark catch fire easily in your oven. They are inflammable. That is, they catch fire easily. And inorganic compounds, they do not burn easily. They can burn, but do not burn easily. Organic compounds mostly form the covalent bond. Covalent bond, it may be single covalent bond, double covalent bond, triple covalent bond, but most of the organic compounds form the covalent bonds. And inorganic compounds, most of them form ionic bonds. Most of them form ionic bonds. That means inorganic compounds do not form covalent bond. Yes, most of them form ionic bond. Some of them can form covalent bonds also. As for example, ammonia, NH3. Nitrogen, 3 of the sides, single bond hydrogen, single bond hydrogen, single bond hydrogen. That is the single covalent bond. And they are non-electrolyte. Who are non-electrolyte? Organic compounds are completely non-electrolyte. That means do not conduct electricity. But inorganic compounds are electrolytes, good conductor of electricity. Good conductor of electricity in ionic form, or you can say in aqueous or in molten state. Aqueous or in molten state. Aqueous means a solution. A solution means water plus inorganic substance. Liquid plus inorganic substance. Isomerism. First of all, you will ask me what is isomerism. When molecular formula is same, due to the different structure, more than one compound is formed, their physical and chemical properties are different, is known as isomers, and this phenomenon is known as isomerism. This isomerism, organic compounds show the phenomenon of isomerism, and in organic compound, no such phenomenon is shown by the inorganic compound. But inorganic, in senior classes, if you go in class 11, 12, that place coordinate compound is there. Coordinate compound can show the isomerism, but mainly general inorganic compounds do not show the phenomenon of isomerism. Organic compounds have special characteristics, color and odor, smell, color and smell. And inorganic compound, most of them are colorless and odorless, but some of them having the color and odor. Most of them are colorless and odorless, but some of them having color and odor. Molecular reaction are very slow in organic compound due to the presence of linkage. The reaction never proceed to completion. And now question. Molecular reaction are very slow in organic compounds. Why? Molecular reactions are very slow in organic compound due to the presence of linkage. Link between carbon and carbon, link between carbon and hydrogen. No. And ionic reactions are fast and covalent reactions are slow. We know that ionic reactions are very fast, covalent reactions are very slow in chemical bonding, ionic compound and covalent compound. Similarly, this place covalent compound properties is similar to the organic compound. Ionic compound properties is similar to the inorganic compounds. Then you can say, sir, nowadays what are the sources of organic compounds? Nowadays, sources of organic compounds: plants, animals, coal, petroleum, fermentation, wood, synthetic method. Plants, animals, coal, petroleum, fermentation, wood, synthetic method. First one, plant. Compound like sugar, starch and cellulose, as well as the several drugs and medicine are obtained from plants. Animal: urea, protein, fats, carbohydrates are obtained from animals. Number 3, coal. Destructive distillation of coal produces benzene, toluene, naphthalene, dyes, drugs, perfumes, etc. These all are organic compounds. Benzene, toluene, naphthalene, dyes, drugs, perfumes, etc. made by the coal, by the destructive distillation of coal. Now, fourth number of sources, petroleum. A large number of organic compounds like gasoline, fuel gases, petrol, naphtha, etc. are obtained from petroleum. Fermentation. Compounds like ethyl alcohol and acetic acid are obtained by fermentation. I can just give you an example of ethyl alcohol. Fermentation process I can explain, or already I explained in class 9. Alcohol can be formed by rice. Fermentation, pocha rice in your Bengali, that water is ethyl alcohol. That is why, my dear students, please give the suggestion to your neighbor, to your elder, then ethyl alcohol, whatever they are taking as a hot drink, that is completely the pocha juice. In your Bengali, pocha juice. Fermentation, they just came by fermentation. That is very harmful. To the health of the human beings, that ethyl alcohol. Wood is the methyl alcohol. Acetone, etc. are obtained by destructive distillation of. This place word is methyl alcohol, and by fermentation ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is not too much poisonous, but methyl alcohol is completely poisonous, made by wood. In a month, if you just read the newspaper, 7-10 days you will get the news. 10 people, 13 people, 20 people were died at night, the reason because they drank. Drank means what drank? Hot drink they had taken. That is why they were died. that hot drink having the methyl alcohol. Whenever fermentation is started, no, along with the fermentation, that wood, but wood from the wood part, whatever came, na, that part is the methyl alcohol, and that becomes poisonous. If anyone will take the methyl alcohol, he will be blind, nervous system will destroy, or at last he may be died. Synthetic method. Most organic compounds are synthesized in the laboratory nowadays. Most of the organic compounds are synthesized in the laboratory by general process or by the laboratory process. Then I told you what is organic chemistry, what is the difference between the organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry, what are the sources of organic chemistry. Now, what are the applications of organic chemistry? Everything is there, that what are the applications of organic chemistry? No. By the sources, we get the organic compounds. What are the applications of organic compounds? Now, organic compounds are extremely useful to us in our daily life. Do you know? Near about 90% compounds we are using in our daily life, that is organic compounds. Detergent, surf, shampoo, no, talcum powder, perfumes, and other materials. We are just wearing cloth, woolen cloth, cotton cloth, reshmi cloth. These all are organic compounds. Besides of that, in our food materials, we eat food materials having carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, etc. These all are organic compounds. Fuels, we are using fossil fuels, etc. That natural gas, petroleum products. Beside of that, medicine, explosive, dyes, insecticides, pesticides, fertilizers, your slipper, shoe, etc. Most of them are the organic compounds. There is hardly any walk of life where we do not need organic compounds. That means each and every step we are using organic compounds. Then you can ask me, sir, how many total number of organic compounds? Exactly, number is not mentioned anywhere, but this number is given. Near about 10 millions of existing organic compounds are in this world. 10 millions means, you understood that, 1 crore. An inorganic compound less than 1 billion. Inorganic compound less than 1 million. Just you studied in class 6, 7, 8, 9 regarding the inorganic compound. Their number is less than 1 million. 1 billion means less than 10 lakh. No. And organic compounds, now you start in class 10, their number is more than 10 million. That means more than 1 crore. In your Bengali, it may be 1 koti. No. So, too many numbers of organic compounds are existing in this world. What is the reason behind this? Due to the unique nature of carbon atom. What is the unique nature of carbon atom? Do you know carbon atomic number is 6. Electronic configuration is 2, 4. Carbon can loss of 4 electrons to become duplet helium. Carbon can gain of 4 electrons to become neon. A loss of 4 electrons, a gain of 4 electrons. When carbon is positive as well as the negative ion. Maybe, but mostly we consider that carbon is a negative ion, anion, C4 minus. This 4 valency, tetravalency of carbon is the unique property. That is, first point is tetravalency of carbon. What is the reason? too many compounds are existing in this world. First reason is tetravalency of carbon. That means surrounding of carbon, there are 4 covalent bonds, 4 electrons. Second reason, catenation. Catenation, that means, what is catenation? Self-linking to form very long chain. Very long chain, that means you can start the chain from your home, carbon, 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 to Madhyamgram railway station. That means number is not decided how many carbon you have to link. That means carbon can link with carbon. Carbon can link with carbon in longest chain is known as catenation. Is known as catenation. The property of self-linking of atoms of an element through covalent bond in other form, straight chain, branch chain and cyclic chain of different site is known as catenation. Now 3 new words came. A straight chain. A straight means carbon, 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 carbon in a straight line. If you like, that is the straight. Branch chain. Branch means, suppose in a horizontal row you are writing carbon, 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 and in the middle there is a branch. Just came carbon, carbon, carbon in the bottom. Carbon, carbon, carbon in the top. That is the branch chain. And third one is third I told you, after cyclic chain. Cyclic means triangle type of, rectangle type of, pentagon type of, hexagon type of. That is closed chain. That cyclic chain is the closed chain. No. This is due to the greater strength of carbon-carbon bond and due to the tetravalency of carbon. In this process of catenation, carbon atom form a straight, branch and cyclic chain by single covalent bond, double covalent bond and triple covalent bond. Right. Now you can ask, sir, can you give me example of formation of a straight chain, branch chain and cyclic chain, carbon atoms? Yes. Suppose there are 4 carbons. Carbon, single bond carbon, single bond carbon, single bond carbon. Surrounding of that, hydrogen, 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 top, bottom, left. Top, bottom, left. Carbon, carbon, carbon. If you count the number, no, surrounding of carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 single covalent bond. That means valency of carbon is 4. Tetravalency. Each and every carbon, that is either in the beginning or at the last or in the middle. Surrounding of that, you just count that chain bond. That bond is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the tetravalency. Branch chain, same 4 carbons I had taken. 3 of the carbons, carbon, single bond carbon, single bond carbon. In the middle of carbon, 1 carbon, just you attach 1 carbon at the bottom. That is the branch chain. And surrounding of that hydrogen are there and each carbon having the 4 single covalent bond. That is the tetravalency of carbon. You can say, sir, okay, straight chain, branch chain is over. Can you, sir, tell me regarding the cyclic or closed chain? Yes. Cyclic chain. This cyclic chain, triangular form, carbon, single bond carbon, single bond carbon, and just geometrical shape is triangle. You can say, sir, triangle, that is carbon having the 2 valency. Okay. Then 2 hydrogen is there. Just attach 2 hydrogen along with the carbon. So 2 hydrogen and surrounding of carbon, 2 of the lines are there. 2 plus 2, 4. That is tetravalency. Same structure. You can draw a rectangular form. 4 carbons. Vertices of the rectangles are carbon, 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 carbon. When in your mathematics, whenever just you construct a rectangle, you are writing the name A, B, C, D. This place, what you have to write? Carbon, carbon, carbon. A is carbon, B is carbon, C is carbon, D is carbon. And each carbon having the only 2 two single covalent bonds. That is why you add two hydrogen. No, two hydrogen, 2 plus 2, 4. Tetravalency of carbon. That means that is the cyclic or closed chain. Now you can say, sir, once you told me regarding that, carbon link with the carbon by single covalent bond, double covalent bond, and triple covalent bond. Definitely. The valency of carbon is 4. It is tetravalent. In order to satisfy its valency, carbon by sharing 1, 2, or 3 pairs of electrons respectively between two carbon atoms, as well as with other atoms linked, that is the hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, halogen, etc. First one example I had given you, that example 4 carbon atom in the straight chain, and surrounding of that hydrogen was there, one hydrogen, it was left, right, top, bottom, and completed the tetravalency. Carbon link with the carbon by double covalent, carbon, double covalent bond, carbon. That means now carbon having 2 valency itself, carbon, double bond carbon. So there will be only 2 hydrogen. One may be on top, another may be on bottom, first carbon, and second carbon also, 1 hydrogen along on the top, 1 at the bottom, carbon and carbon. That is the double bond. And triple bond, carbon link with carbon by single covalent bond, and carbon link with carbon by triple covalent bond. Now carbon, both the carbons having the 3 valency due to that triple covalent bond, only 1 hydrogen is required. 1 hydrogen is in the left side, 1 hydrogen is in the right hand side. Several examples we have, that examples we will study later on. Before that, just this unique nature of carbon atoms. What unique nature? Tetravalency, catenation, isomerism, single, double and triple covalent bond. In your book, whatever is given, no, you will find that in your book it is given 5 millions of compounds. And similar things, if you see in the class 11 book, it is given 10 millions of compounds. And thousands of new compounds are added every year to existing a lot. That means all these demands are separate branch of chemistry. That is the organic chemistry. No? And I told you, one small definition is given in your book. That definition is organic chemistry may be defined as the chemistry of hydrocarbons and their derivatives. But I told you, organic chemistry is the branch of chemistry in which we study about the compound of carbon, derivatives such as hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, sulfur, halogen, etc. No. So by this, today is the introductory class of the organic chemistry, and I hope that all of you understood that. No. Next day I will start the features of covalent bonding involving of carbon. After that I will start the organic compounds. I will start the features. I can complete the features that carbon atoms can ionic to each other to form long chain. You know that. Number 2, carbon atoms in a chain can be linked by single, double or triple covalent bond. Number 3, carbon atoms can also arrange themselves in a ring. That is the you understood that one is the alicyclic compound. Alicyclic means a straight chain, branch chain, and cyclic compound, that is the closed chain. In our next class, we will start type of organic compound and few of the structure we will start. No. Along with that, I will try to complete till functional group. If it will be possible, then I will try to complete till functional group. I hope all of you are healthy, wealthy, and wise. No, that means stay healthy. Try to do your work, whatever homework I am sending you. If you don't have book, I am also sending you the text from your book. Try to read that. Solve the question answer. If you get any problem, discuss with your friends, or you can just send me question. Send the question to the app, and director said definitely he will send me that question. I will solve that. Or director said he will give me my that email ID. You can send the question in my email ID. I will solve that problem. Now this crucial time, you have to help me. I will give my 100%. You try to give your 80% at least. No, and I hope that, my dear students, of all of you will give me at least your 80%. Then definitely I will complete your syllabus. I will try to explain your syllabus in proper way. And syllabus breakup already I sent you. Please you follow that. Thank you, students. Stay healthy.